Alrighty. Let me do the usual here, folks. Make sure the audio is simpatico, so to speak. Okay, I do have a lot of feedback, most likely from the fan. Let me check again. Just a moment, folks. I have another fan that is on. Okay, let me see here. Okay, I think that is sounding pretty decent. Pretty decent. Alrighty, folks. Let's get a move on then. How you guys doing? This is Mongo, your friend from SoCal, and let me just start off with a nice little image that found on Twitter. This is courtesy of Oliver from Twitter. Let me see. Let me make that big for you. Big screen here. Yeah, there we go. This is Oliver on Twitter. He's a really nice guy. He reviews and shares a lot of thoughts on movies that he watches. And here's an image of the original Godzilla suit actor Haruo Nakajima with the original Kong skeleton for the Kong from obviously 1933's King Kong. I really enjoyed seeing that image here. And yeah, so let's move on here. Let's get into the good stuff here. Some of the things that happened over the weekend and over the week. We will start with something that I had a lot of fun participating in, and that would be the hashtag Cyberkaiju event. Now, the event has already ended. It ended yesterday, but let me just show you where you can find hashtag Cyberkaiju. And now I'll just open up YouTube here. YouTube, and then we have just in the search bar, hashtag Cyberkaiju. It can be all lowercase if you need. Really, it's pretty easy to find. You have a very wide variety of different videos here. One that I really enjoyed was the Figure Mania show. He was very good, and he was very informative in how he takes photography and how he photographs his figures and how he, kind of really just brings it all together. And let me see here. Oh, we have GFan84 in the chat. How you doing? Hopefully you're having a good morning. And let's see. So yeah, there's the hashtag Cyberkaiju event. Ended yesterday. There's a pretty nice variety of content for you to look at. And there's some really good stuff. Really good stuff. I personally enjoyed, contributing, just sending out some stuff here and there to help kind of just support the community. And yes, that's about all I could say about that event there. But let's move on here. And very nice. G-Fan is doing good. TJ is in the good. He is all good, Nick. Very nice indeed. And let's see. Oh, now there's lots of little things here and there that have been coming out, mostly pretty much limited to figures and similar releases. But before I get into that, I want to share another YouTuber here Now, the other day, let me see, I think it was Saturday. Yes, Saturday evening, I had a chance to watch Snowdub Entertainment. Really, really interesting YouTuber, really funny guy. And while I was watching their Tuck and Roll show, that's the name of their show that they do every Saturday, I had a chance to get recommended to another channel to look at, and that is this channel here, the Sci-Fi Dragon. He's a fan of gigantic or giant monster movies. He likes Godzilla, and you can kind of see all of his videos here. Just recently, actually, probably about 15 minutes ago, I watched this video here talking about whether Godzilla versus Kong should have two endings or not. The actual video itself is it's pretty nice. It's pretty interesting. Obviously, he talks about the supposed legend, how there was two hugely different endings with the original 1962 Godzilla versus King Kong. Obviously, that was false. There was very slight differences, I suppose, at least from what I understand here. But it was very interesting. Personally, if you had to ask my opinion on whether the upcoming Godzilla versus Kong movie should have two endings, I think theatrically it should only have one ending. I guess canonical ending, and then if you really want, like, I'd be down to watch a collector's, or no, a ultimate video edition or whatever, ultimate Blu-ray, the Godzilla vs. Kong ultimate Blu-ray, now with alternate Godzilla vs. Kong ending. Personally, that's what I would feel. I started another video, was talking about how the MonsterVerse, why the MonsterVerse is better than the MCU. So that really caught my eye. I'm going to watch that probably after this little stream today. If you're not subbed to Sci-Fi Dragon, the Sci-Fi Dragon, then definitely consider it. He's very nice. He's a very meek guy. And yeah, always good to support those other creators in this online community. Let me take a drink of water here, folks. I'm a little parched. And when it's hot like this and dry, like down here in SoCal, you definitely gotta hydrate. Alrighty, that was a nice long drink of water. Couple drinks of water, if I'm honest. Personally, whenever I go on to here's the thing, whenever I go on to live streams or whatever, whether I'm guesting or whether I'm hosting, or I always have this habit where I get a very large bottle of water. I got about a 48-ounce bottle of water that I always use to drink water out of. And basically, I use the water to both keep my mouth from getting dry. And, as a result of that, very often I have to use the bathroom. I have to take a whiz, so to speak. And boy, is that the most, man, I tell you, that is the most scary and frightening thing, is having that urge to take a whiz when you're in a conversation with someone online. It's pretty spooky. But anyhow, let's move on here. Oh yeah, back on that topic of just the Cyberkaiju event. Very briefly, I will show you guys just the little playlist that I put together for the hashtag Cyberkaiju event. And obviously, this was this little playlist. It's not overly long. There's 10 videos there. I share a few thoughts on the Cyberkaiju event as a whole, how I felt. There's a few things here and there. There's the return of Ognom, fan trailer that I did. I don't know if I should call it a fan film because, it's only a minute, well, less than 2 minutes long. We have some other things. We mostly have newer videos at the front of this playlist, such as Funko Silk Spitters, the 7 pins for your kaiju collection, 5 favorite monster figures. I should have done 5 top. I gotta change the name of that to top 5 monster figures. Anyhow, the Godzilla trailer reaction. And then after that, we have 4 older videos back from 2019, which is just me kind of sharing thoughts about Godzilla, and then a few things here and there, just sharing some figures, sharing some things that I have framed. And then an older fan trailer that I did called Ognom, Terror of the Jungle. And then a very old video review that I did of Craw the Sea Monster. That was really all fun. Now, yeah, totally. Let me see here. And yeah, that's pretty much all I want to say on the Cyberkaiju event thing. Check them out if you're interested. If not, well, they're always on the channel, so there's always that. Alrighty, so over this past week, there's been a lot of releases of or announcements of figures. We'll take a look at 1 or 2 things that really surprised me. First tab that I will share here is from Twitter. And let me see, open the Chrome tab. This was from Mezco Toys. Now, Mezco Toys, they're a very popular toy company. They do a lot of specialty figures with typically very high articulation. So when I saw this announcement here on Kaiju News Outlet, I was very surprised. Now, folks, as you see here, Mezco Toys has revealed new 5 Points Ultraman and Red King figures during #MezcoCon 2020. So we have Red King and we have Ultraman. And honestly, I was very surprised. Now, obviously, when they say 5 points, that means 5 points of articulation. So you're going to get the head articulating, you're going to get the arms articulating, and you will most likely get the legs articulating too. And I think it's pretty cool. I don't know if I would really buy these because I'm imagining that the price of these items would be pretty significant. But here you have a scene of Ultraman using his Specium Ray. I believe it's called the Specium Ray against Red King. Red King is trying to block it with a giant boulder. If you're not familiar with Ultraman, I will just say this, that Red King is a very cool kaiju. I've only watched the first like 8 or 9 episodes of the first Ultraman series. Now, that's not Ultra Q, but Ultraman. I do have to get around to catching up on all of that kaiju goodness, tokusatsu goodness, But let me see. So let me take a brief look here. GFan84, he says that it is really hot in Pennsylvania too. 90s with the humidity. And that's the thing right there, the humidity of the East Coast. Woo, I am not envious of that. I will say I have a basic understanding of humidity, how it works and all that. I have some experience with it, having been to the Pacific and the South Pacific. Humidity can be a killer. Makes white shirts into yellow shirts, so to speak. But yeah, so let's keep it going. And let's see here. So we're going to I'm going to share another tab here, something that I thought was pretty cool, and that is, this is from Godzilla Japan. Pretty nice Twitter page, you know. Thank goodness for Google Translate or whatever, you know. And basically, you have the first Godzilla on your finger. Authentic fashion ring made of Godzilla, made of silver 925, is now available. And here we have a very nice Godzilla ring. I was very delighted to see this. I think it's very cool. It makes me think, well, you know, personally, it'd be awesome if they just kept making these rings. You could have it be different portrayals of Godzilla. You know, you could make it, okay, here's the 1954 Godzilla. Here's the Godzilla versus Kong Godzilla. Here we have these other Godzillas. You can. There's so many things there. There's so many things. And hail mighty Ognam, hail Severon. Glad to have you here. We got this little Godzilla ring. So I was thinking, like, man, I'd love to have a bunch of Godzilla rings. I honestly would probably not wear them at all, because I'm not really a huge ring guy. You know, if you're not, you know, sometimes I put the rings on my fingers, and I've only ever worn like maybe one ring at a time. But looking at this Godzilla ring, I feel like that would really kind of be uncomfortable if you had more than one of them on your hand. But you could have so many different things. You could have like all 10 fingers, you know, including the thumbs. You could have all 10 fingers on your hands with a Godzilla on them. That just sounds amazing. You could have it be like, okay, so on one hand, you have your good kaiju. You have like Godzilla, Anguirus, Rodan, Mothra, and heck, put Jaguar on one hand. Then on the other hand, you have your evil kaiju. You have King Ghidorah, Hedorah, Gigan, Megalon, and probably Mechagodzilla. Like, that would be amazing. I just think that would be the coolest thing ever. Now, I'm assuming that this is not going to be a cheap thing, so I will probably never buy this, because, as I said before, I'm not really a huge ring guy. But I really gotta appreciate and admire the creativity they had. They have Godzilla, and the actual ring part that goes on your finger is his tail. That's pretty awesome. I'd love a Shin Godzilla, but you know, sometimes, you know, you don't get your dreams. Dreams don't come true sometimes. But let's take a look here. Hmm. 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 What, you know, now I'm at that quandary, this crossroads, so to speak, of which tab do I share next. I'm going to share something that's pretty fun. This is from CERN, and as I understand it, he works on a upcoming giant monster combat game or kaiju brawler known as Gigabash. And I think this is a really cool tweet too. I'm going to share the audio here because we will probably get some very cool footage here. So, okay. So before I play the video here, if you loved War of the Monsters, Godzilla, Rampage, King of the Monsters, let us know what you think about our game, #Gigabash. And you have a few links here and there. You have some hashtags. Personally, I think this is such a cool thing to watch and look at. So, folks, I'm going to put this on full screen here. And, well, the video on full screen in the tab. And let's take a look at this 30-second clip of Gigabash. And folks, that is one video from Gigabash. You can look it up on Twitter, and it's a really cool game. I really I could totally see that on the Switch or on game systems like that. It looks really awesome. I'd love if it came to Steam, but it looks like a really fun party game brawler kind of thing, similar to possibly, well, obviously, like in the tweet, like War of the Monsters. That was a somewhat similar premise there. A lot of cool things. You can never have too many good kaiju games. Let's see here. So now we're going back to the figures here, folks. We're going to go through a few premium figures here, and then we'll go through some figures that kind of reveal some plot details or possible plot details of the upcoming Godzilla versus Kong movie. And here we got another comment. Severon, hope it's good. Oh yeah, and, it's pretty nice. If it's warm, it's warm. But that's kind of the thing. That's kind of the point of summer, I guess. It's warm down here in Southern California, but we you make do with what you can get. Anyhow, so this is from Godzilla.com, their official Twitter page. And after looking at the Twitter page, I did go to Godzilla.com, the website, which was very delightful. I'll probably show you a little bit. Actually, I'll show you Godzilla.com first. It's a very cool little thing. You got a very wide thing to do. You have your news section. You have your social media section here. We'll click on this tweet in a moment there. You have a About Godzilla section. You have films. You have a Monsterpedia, which I thought was really fun to just kind of look at, where you name it, they pretty much got it. You want to see some info on King Ghidorah. You say, oh, okay, here's a picture. He first appeared in 1964 in Ghidorah, the three-headed monster. There's a lot of cool things. It shows all the work appeared, it shows all the video or movies that he's appeared in. And it's really neat. It's a very neat website. Look at that. Look at that Minia. That's the Final Wars Minia. He kind of looks like the Pillsbury Doughboy, but with a dinosaur head kind of. You get the Pillsbury Doughboy, you combine him with Barney. But anyhow, I digress. There's so many fun things to do on this thing. You can look at products and events, videos, and the videos section really only has just 2 trailers for King of the Monsters, and you have fun stuff where it's like, oh, they give you some wallpapers. You can download them for free. 1954 Gojira. You have Godzilla versus the Smog Monster. You have some tablet wallpapers. You have SP. I'm not quite sure what SP means, but these are cool too. And so that's a pretty cool website there. Check it out. And on their official Twitter, they shared some of their products, or some products, not their products specifically, but these are products that are being released and that are going to be announced. This is a bunch of exciting toys and collectibles coming up from @Mondo News, featuring Godzilla, King Ghidorah, Mothra, and Hedorah. More info and release dates, head to Godzilla.com. So we have a few pictures here. This is a large 1989 statue of Godzilla going up for $300. So that is I would definitely say that is a very premium statue right there. It's going to hopefully be released in November this year. You see some things here and there. This is obviously from Godzilla versus Biollante. You got a piece of Biollante right there. You have one of her thorns there. And it looks pretty neat. It looks like you will be able to swap out some different parts of this figure, or the statue, sorry, not really a figure. Looking at his breath effect here, You have a closed mouth. Possibly you'll be able to change out the arms here. It looks very nice. It's very neat. And I will say statues, like premium statues, they're always fun to have. Next up, we got a Godzilla Tiki Mug. This is Godzilla 1974. And a tiki mug, it's just a mug, and it's got a nice tiki-like appearance. No price out for that, at least no estimated price right now. It'll most likely be released in November. Looks nice, hopefully. I hope it kind of comes in some different colors. I'd like it if it came in green, or, yeah, probably a green. A black wouldn't be bad, but the green would kind of be nice to have. Let's see here. Let's see. Then next up, we have another premium statue here. This is Mothra from Tokyo SOS. We have Mothra in her imago form, her adult form, and we have the special little egg that hatches 2 little Mothra larvae. And I gotta say, the Mothra larvae look adorable in this. And then Mothra herself looks wonderfully amazing. And yeah, like definitely. It's always fun. It's always fun to watch and look at these different statues, because essentially you don't have to worry about articulation at all with a statue. You get to they get to focus more on the actual paint and sculpting for these kinds of items, whether it's premium collector, premium producers, or whether it's more run-of-the-mill, more affordable ones like Diamond Select. Those statues are also pretty nice. Let me see here. And what do we have next? After this one, okay. So this is going to be another $300 statue here. This is going to be released next year in April. But then we have a 6-inch Sofubi figure of Hedera. And this Hedera really reminds me of the little YouTube show Gojiban. And if you're unfamiliar with that, let me just get that up onto this thing here. Let me just type in Gojiban. It's a very cutesy little it's a very cutesy little Godzilla show that's on YouTube, that you can find on YouTube very easily. Let me just share screen, please. Share the screen. Oh my goodness, if I can talk. I'm not going to share the audio just because I do not want that to be, copyrighted material. But Gojiban. Let me see if I can find one that it's all in Japanese, which is somewhat unfortunate. I think there may be 1 or 2 episodes that are not in Japanese, but yeah, it's a nice little puppet show, pretty much, and it's very cute. You have it's hard for me to describe it. You're seeing it right now, and basically, it's all very cutesy. You have Godzilla, you have Minia, you have Godzilla Jr., and you have appearances of other. Sorry, this show is very funny show. But you have appearances of other monsters like little Mothra here, and here we go. Here's Hedera and little baby Hedera. Okay, so there's little baby Hedera, little baby Hedera, and then you have your wise old Hedera. But that's what I think of when I see that vinyl Sofubi Hedera figure. And here's another figure that I saw that I thought, wow, that looks really cool. It's another thing that I will never buy because, well, most likely will never buy because of the price on that. And boy, oh boy, are we're gonna go over. We're gonna go over a half hour, but we got a good thing going here, guys. Lots of things here and there to talk about. And this is a new Bandai Jet Jaguar figure. This is a very special thing. This set will include 2 figures, 2 sets of alternate arms, and an effect piece. Each figure in the set is around 8 inches tall. You can order the set now from Premium Bandai for approximately $185 for a December release. Jet Jaguar, he's a very popular character in the Godzilla franchise. He's only ever appeared in one movie, but he's really had a huge impression. And I guess that's probably what sets him apart from pretty much every other monster in Godzilla. Here we have a nice shot of him. We have this flying form of Ultraman, no, of Jet Jaguar. And here are the 2 figures side by side, the flying and the standing form. And as I said before, they have replaceable arms. It looks like it's pretty much only going to be for the standing guy, standing Jet Jaguar. And it's going to be an 8-inch scale, 8 inches tall. So he won't really fit in with your Bandai Movie Monster series. But you could put him in with some other figures, possibly some X Plus figures here and there. For $185, I would definitely classify this as a premium figure because, man, oh man, it is, you definitely wouldn't want to be playing around with that. You wouldn't want to give that to a child. That's all I would say. Let's see, very briefly, we're going to go through these next bit of announcements here. I'm going to put a possible spoiler warnings here. I'm just going to say it because I don't have any graphics or anything. Possible spoiler warnings for the movie Godzilla vs. Kong 2021. As we go through this news, I think it will become more apparent why these are possible spoilers. But let's start with the first thing here. Very simple. They have a new logo, Godzilla vs. Kong. This is mostly what I assume is probably on the toys. And yeah, this is GodzillaMovies.com. And that's a very straightforward logo, straightforward news. So let's move on to some meat and potatoes here, so to speak. And before I do that, actually, let me just say hello to Entertainment and Star Wars. Very nice to have you on here. And like the stream, save the dream. Save the dream, to quote that one guy from Rogue One. Saw Gerrera, that's the guy. Save the dream, lies, deception, bull gullet. Anyhow, nice to have you on here. And yeah, so we got another little thing here for Godzilla vs. Kong. Last week we were talking about some figures, specifically King Kong figures. Now we have a Godzilla figure that has been revealed. And this is a 6-inch Godzilla vs. Kong Godzilla Heat Ray figure. And it's very nice. I think it's pretty cool. He has a pretty decent pose here. He's got some little atomic blast that you can stick in his mouth. And he's got a relatively nice looking look there. And he comes with battle damage. So the previous Kong figure that was revealed had a battle axe, and he also had a injury battle damage feature. Totally reminds me of the Jurassic Park toys when I was growing up. Specifically, when I was a kid, I'm pretty young. I'm only 25 years old. But when I was a kid, they had these Jurassic Park toys where they had the battle damage, and they also had a button on them. So when you press the button on like these exposed ribs, the dinosaur would go like, not quite like that. Not quite like a seal, but it would, howl in pain. Let's see. Nice to be here. Is this delayed? Well, I will say on StreamYards, at least, there is a delay, at least with the comments. That would probably be what I would say if I had to say anything. So anyhow, here's it in its packaging, the Godzilla figure. And there's a happy child playing with his Godzilla toy. And if I was a child, I would totally want this toy too. He looks great. He's got some battle damage. I'm not too keen on the whole battle damage thing as an adult, but hey, it's pretty awesome. It's pretty cool. Let's see. Okay, and now we have some nice, we'll open up another tab. Here's pretty much the whole line of figures that are going to be released soon. New Godzilla vs. Kong 2021 figures revealed. This is from Playmates Toys, and this has been shared online. This is GodzillaMovies.com. Let's see. So we have a few different things here. We have two variants of Godzilla. We have a darker one with the atomic blast, and we have a lighter colored one. Both of them have battle damage. All of these figures actually have battle damage. Here is the King Kong with his axe thing, and his battle damage is on his shoulder here. And we also have a skull crawler, which was very neat to see, actually. Really, we haven't had a skull crawler action figure. We had a figure that was released with the Leonard Kong Skull Island line of figures, but it wasn't articulated. So now we have something that's articulated. It's looks like it's going to have a jaw. It'll have some arm articulation. I guess that's the nice thing with the skull crawler. It pretty much only needs to have arm articulation. You could have tail articulation, but not on this figure. One of these Godzillas comes with a chewed up tower, electrical tower, possibly. Kong comes with a big axe thing, possibly made from a plate of Godzilla. And the skull crawler comes with this special little device here, this machine. And here we have all of the battle damage. Skullcrawler really got it worst. He got his whole back peeled off like a banana. And here's some other shots of the figures all together. And yes, Severon. I had a Triceratops too, and he had like a bite taken out of his side, and you press the ribs. Yeah, gosh, man, I love that toy. That was pretty dope. That was the only one of those that I had. I might have had a Raptor, but it wasn't like an electronic Raptor, so it didn't have like the noises that it would make. That's pretty much here. We have another shot of the skull crawler. I definitely wouldn't mind picking that up, and if I did pick it up, I might repaint it or attempt to repaint it. And I'm actually, if I'm honest, I would probably just hot glue or super glue that battle damage on to its back, because I'm not huge, because that just looks sad. Like he just got filleted. Somebody just ripped his back off. Anyhow, the skull crawler comes with this special little vehicle here, which is pretty interesting. They reveal the name of it here. See, so the skull crawler comes with Heave, and there are a couple theories what Heave might stand for, and I'm going to open another tab to reveal what that stands for, I guess. Oh, yeah, it's pretty sad. Big old monsters. That's the thing. There was definitely blood in those old Toho movies, and you definitely feel bad for some of those monsters when they get just brutally brutalized. And I will say, with the stuff that I've seen from Ultraman, I've only watched the first 8 episodes of the original Ultraman series. It just gets kind of nuts how they just kind of rip these monsters' arms off and just peel them like bananas. It's just insane. But I totally got to watch more of Ultraman. And now, coming towards the end here, the vehicle designated as Heave. Now, this is possible spoiler here, could be considered spoiler, but when it's a toy that's been released or being released, then, it's kind of, it is what it is, So, Heave. Heave is an acronym for Hollow Earth Anti-Gravity Vehicle. So, it appears to be a simple transport and survey vehicle. So, you're looking at some stuff for Godzilla versus Kong. In the plot summary, they talk about how Kong and Godzilla are going to be fighting each other. And they also talk about how the Hollow Earth is going to play a major role in the upcoming film. The Hollow Earth is basically just a series of subterranean tunnels that kind of just zigzag all across the world underneath the surface. Very interesting stuff. Here's a very close-up picture of that. And yeah, that's pretty much all we can really say. I don't personally know who is going to be cast in the movie, but it'll be interesting to see. We'll possibly get a big old chase sequence, and with involving the skull crawler possibly, and the Heave. And very lastly, we got this little reveal, very blurry picture of a possible Titan or giant monster that will be revealed in Godzilla vs. Kong. So, new Godzilla vs. Kong Titan revealed. And let's see here. Is a new snake-like Titan. Features a curved tail, red fins and wings, and a ferocious-looking face. And this Titan is named Warbat. I think it's kind of a lame name. Well, not lame, but I just I think Warbat seems a little odd. It's very serpentine-like. And personally, I would say it looks more like a war snake, but hopefully it actually has a cool, name, like Jormungandr or something. Like, hey, why not call it Jormungandr after the Norse world serpent, Anyhow. Let's see. That's pretty much. It's a very blurry shot. As the figures continue to come out and new lines come out, we'll get some better looks at these new figures. And pretty much that's about all I can really say, folks. This has been a very nice little 45-minute 45-minute stream here. And yes, I agree. Warbat. That's it just doesn't sound like it fits in with Godzilla, Mothra, even other titans like Behemoth that have been introduced in the MonsterVerse movies. You got Behemoth, you got Scylla, you have monsters like that. Anyhow, yeah, folks, so very briefly, let me just plug, I guess. I don't know. Well, wait. I do want to just kind of share a another YouTuber here that I have very recently started watching, and that YouTuber is the Sci-Fi Dragon. Sci-Fi Dragon. Hey, and yeah, I'll see you later, folks. um, oh, okay. Well, that's great actually that you guys can still hear me. Um, so we'll try and end this as gracefully as possible here. I won't share the tab because my my web browser has well, it's still not responding to me. So I'm just gonna say check out the Sci-Fi Dragon. He has a few videos where he talks about the MonsterVerse. Most specifically, he talks about how you could possibly have two different endings for the upcoming Godzilla versus Kong movie. Personally, I think it's an interesting video. Check him out. You can find him at the Sci-Fi Dragon on YouTube. So, folks, hopefully you're doing good. Thanks for joining me. This is what I get for going to 45 minutes instead of 30 minutes anyhow. No, I'm just joking. But folks, I'm Mongo. Hopefully you have a good rest of your day. Thank you so much again for coming by. You definitely didn't have to pass through and watch this vid, but you definitely enhanced the whole experience for me. And yeah, guys, I'll see you later. Bye bye. Huh. Very interesting. Very interesting. Huh. Well, I don't really know what happened there. But yeah, very glad to have you here, Severon, and Entertainment and Star Wars. We had TJ, aka GFan84 here too. So yeah, it was very nice to have you guys here. I'll just say that this was very cool. Hopefully, you guys have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.